Hi Free Yoga community, and welcome to another Simple Yoga Asana. Today's class is going to be really good for getting into the hip flexors and the psoas, especially for those of us that spend a lot of time sitting, especially if we're working with a computer. And then we will spend a little bit of extra time in crescent pose. I hope you enjoy. Let's find a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. Allow the eyes to softly shut. Let's take a deep inhale into our belly, into our chest, up into our head. Open the mouth, let it out. Deep breath in the belly, chest, head. Open the mouth, let it out. Huge breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. We're going to start on our backs today. And with our knees bent, have our shins so they're parallel to the ceiling, the hands down by our sides. And right here, just notice how the hip flexors, the fronts of the hips, try to engage to keep the legs up, and instead try and press your low back down toward the ground and really engage those really low abdominal muscles. And continue this awareness of how much the hip flexors are working, how much the core is working, and keep trying to bring it back to the core. Now you can stay here, or you can straighten the legs all the way out, nice and low, and we'll start breath of fire. Let each exhale be a reminder, am I using my low abs? Am I using my hip flexors? And really focus on those really low abs doing the work. For the last 30 seconds, let's reach our fingertips toward our toes. Take a deep inhale in. Hold the breath at the top. Engage Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor. And exhale, release. Place your heels down close to your sits bones, and we'll push the heels down. Lift the hips up, rolling up onto the shoulders. Taking a few deep breaths. And just allow all of that work that we just jumped right into to spill from our hips and our low core up toward our heart, up toward our neck as it elongates, and the crown of the head as it gets a little farther away from the rest of the body. And then we'll lift that left heel straight up into the sky. Same deep breaths, same awareness. Place that left foot down, reach that right heel up. And place both heels down. One more deep inhale in. Press the hips up, roll under the shoulders, hold the breath at the top. Engage Mula Bandha. And exhale. Let it go. Walk your feet out to the edges of your mat. Let your knees fall toward each other. Right hand to the heart, left hand to the diaphragm. Deep breaths. Just feeling the heartbeat with the right hand. Feel the breath as the diaphragm rises and falls with each inhale and exhale. Now we'll simply flip over and come into tabletop. Hands right under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. And exhale in reverse. A few cat and cows at the pace of your own breath. It's waking up the body, the awareness, the focus. As you feel ready, tuck the toes and head back, downward facing dog. And we'll inhale forward to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale forward to plank. And exhale, downward dog. And this time we'll inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through and up, your back bend of choice, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale, downward dog. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale through and up. Exhale, downward dog. And we'll bring that right foot forward. Place it down near the right hand. And just for a moment, coming up to the tips of the fingers, just starting to wake up the legs, the thighs, reaching back through that left heel. And we'll make a little pillow with that left side of the mat, fold it over and place the left knee down. Untuck the toes. And then we can reach back with the right or left hand as we bend that left knee. And gently sinking forward, opening up that left thigh. See if you can roll onto the fleshy part of that quadricep on the left leg so we're not actually on the knee. Extending out through the crown of the head. And take a few deep breaths. Now we'll release that side. We'll take an inhale in, shine the heart up, coming up to the tips of the fingers. Exhale, straightening that front leg, send the hips back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, moving back. Inhale forward one more time. And this time, as we exhale back, we'll sit on the inside of that left heel, like we're preparing for Ekapada Paschimottanasana, but instead of going forward, gently find our way back, maybe just to our forearms, and perhaps all the way back, really focusing on opening up that left thigh. If you're all the way back, see if you can reach your fingertips forward. Use that weight of the right leg, strength of the left in the core, and reach ourselves all the way forward. And then we'll all walk back into that lunge and send that right foot back to meet the left. Take an inhale in and plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Bring that left foot forward. And again, come up to the fingertips, nice and long through the spine, waking up that nice space in the hips. And we'll make a little pillow with the right side of our mat. Place the right knee down. Reach back with the same or opposite hand, sinking the hips forward. Really focusing on opening up that whole front of that right thigh. And releasing that foot. Take an inhale in. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Hips head back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. And we will exhale all the way back. And come back to the forearms, opening up that right thigh. Head all the way back, if that's comfortable. And you can even place a hand on the hip flexors, quadricep. Just getting those muscles to open, wake up. And again, reaching all the way forward. Come up through our lunge. And we'll send that left foot back to meet the right. Take an inhale in. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. And exhale back. Downward dog. Now we'll bring that right foot all the way forward. We're going to reach our fingertips all the way out in front of us. And then on an inhale, standing on that right leg, we'll inhale that left knee all the way up into our chest. And keep that right knee bent if you can. And exhale, send it all the way back. Inhale, pull that knee in. And exhale, send it all the way back. One more time. Inhale, pull it in. And exhale, send it all the way back. Take a moment in our lunge. And then we're going to bring our left foot about 6 inches closer than it usually is. We'll begin to straighten out that left leg. And we'll really square the shoulders off. Inhale, reach the fingertips straight forward. Use the strength of that hip. And exhale, fold over those toes. So we'll inhale up and reach. And exhale, fold over the toes. Inhale up one more time. Exhale and fold. Few breaths. Notice the focus. Notice the thoughts. And just bring that left foot up to meet the right. Take a moment in a forward fold. And send that right foot all the way back into our lunge. And we'll reach the fingertips straight out. And inhale, pull that right knee in. Keep that left knee bent if you can. Exhale, send it all the way back. Inhale, pull it in. And exhale, send it back. Inhale, pull it in. And exhale, send it back for that third time. Take a moment in our lunge. And we'll bring that right foot a little closer Straightening out the left leg, squaring the hips, squaring the shoulders. Inhale, reach the fingers out. Exhale, fold over that leg. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale and fold over that leg. A few breaths. Same long inhales, long exhales. Bring that right foot forward to meet the left. Feel that nice forward fold. Release the torso. Release the weight of the head. Now we'll send that left foot back for our lunge. But we're going to float the knee just about an inch up off the earth. And then we'll bring our hands to our hips and come up. And breath of fire. Continue the breath of fire. Feel the feet pulling toward each other as that leg starts to shake and quiver. Feel those low abs we got in touch with at the beginning of our class, pulling in and up. Make it so that the legs aren't doing all the work. The rest of the body, the breath is all involved. Just a few more seconds. Deep inhale in, straighten that back leg. Exhale, both hands to the inside of the right foot. Place the back knee down, untuck the toes. Walk the right foot a little closer to the right side of the mat, sinking the hips forward. Come down to that left forearm if that's comfortable. Right forearm if that feels nice. Just allow a few deep breaths. If that left thigh is really feeling it, you can still bend that left knee. Reach back with the right or left hand. And releasing that side. Come back up to our hands. Bring that left foot forward. Send that right foot back. Lunge on that left side. Floating that right knee. We'll bring our hands to our hips and find our way up. Pulling those feet toward each other, engaging that low core, and breath of fire. Deep inhale in, press that right heel back, straighten the leg, hold the breath at the top. And exhale, both hands to the inside of that left foot. Whichever variation you had on the other side, or maybe it's a little different on this side. Just allow that hip to open up. Reach back for that thigh stretch, if that feels nice. Now releasing that side. Bring that right foot forward. From our forward fold, we'll step back with that left foot all the way into our lunge. Little bend in that back knee. Reach the fingertips up. And then we'll bend that left elbow, reaching that left hand down in between the shoulder blades. Grab onto the left elbow with the right hand. Lean gently to the right. And twist slightly to the right. Really opening up through the front of that left hip. Straightening out that left leg as best we can by reaching back through that left heel. And a few nice deep breaths. And releasing that side. Place the hands down. Bring that left foot up to meet the right. And send that right foot back. A little bit of a bend in that right knee. Reach the fingertips up. And again, bend that right elbow. Reach down in between the shoulder blades. Grab onto the right elbow with the left hand. Leaning to the right. The left. Twisting. Opening up that right front of that hip. And stretching back through that right leg as best we can. Press that heel back. Same deep breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, letting that go. Bring that right foot up to meet the left. And take a moment in forward fold. Clasp opposite elbows. Release the weight of the head and torso. Gently rock from side to side. And then one last time, send that left foot back. We'll reach the fingers forward and up. And come into our crescent pose. Again, getting in touch with those low abs that we activated at the beginning of our class. Trying to pull the pelvis forward. Reach back with that left heel. Pull back with the right heel. Feeling that engagement of the hamstrings. Shoulders nice and wide. Reaching through the fingertips. Find that focal point and deep breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, place the hands down. Bring that left foot up to meet the right. Send that right foot back. Reaching the fingers forward and up. Notice the thoughts. Notice the focus. Notice the breath, the engagement of the body. Engagement of the mind. And forget everything that we've talked about and just breathe. One more inhale. And exhale, place both hands down. This time send that left foot back to meet the right. Take an inhale and in plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. And then place the knees down. Untuck the toes. And we'll make a little pillow with our mat. Place our knees right on top of that pillow at hip distance apart. Hands to the low back. And we'll gently send the hips forward. Shine the heart up. If it feels comfortable, you can drop the head back. Really focus here on opening up through the fronts of the hips, thinking less about the back bend, and more about engaging that low core and letting the hips sink forward. Long inhales and long exhales. And releasing, gently sitting back on our heels. Reach the fingertips out straight in front of us for a nice child's pose. pull that little pillow out of our mat, and we'll bring that right foot forward toward the left side of our mat, the right knee toward the right side of our mat. And bring that left knee up toward that right foot if we need to. Otherwise, we'll walk out over that shin. Should feel really nice on those hips after all that work in crescent pose. And again, you can stay here, or if you'd like a little more opening, the very deep parts of that hip, we'll take our right hand, send it underneath the left elbow, finding a little twist in our pigeon. You can work on getting that right shoulder toward the right foot. Same deep breath. And releasing that side. Send that right foot back to meet the left. Bring that left foot forward. And walk it over toward the right side of the mat. Place that shin down and find your way out. And again, we can take that left hand underneath the right elbow. Find a little twist in our pigeon. We can work toward that shoulder being right on that foot, or just the elbow. It's really opening up through that left hip. And deep breaths. When those hips feel nice and cooked, just go ahead and release that side. Roll onto our back and extend out into a very well-deserved Shavasana. Let the hips mount. Let the thoughts mount. Let the breath release. Give yourself just a little bit of time. Gently find your way back to that same comfortable seated position in which we started our journey together, or you can stay right here, melting into the mat. Just noticing if your hips feel a little different, if your thoughts are a little further apart, if you notice the sounds around you a little more clearly. May you remember this connection at some point today and send it a little extra breath.